Hello, everyone. I'm back. Beautiful Saturday here in Connecticut, thankfully. I was getting sick of the rain and the snow. Well, yeah, we're doing another update, and there's a lot more movies now, thankfully. When you collect a lot of movies like I was for over 5 years, it can be kind of hard to know what to get next and what movies you need to get next. But I have quite a couple here. Of course, I got myself a new combo player. This is a Sanyo brand. It's pretty much the same as my Insignia combo player. I gave that to a family member, and now I have this one. It's really nice, though. It's really nice. But yeah, we're doing another update today. Um, it's definitely a mix between VHS, DVD, and Blu-rays. But I only got one Blu-ray, as that was the only one that was there at the shop. Plus, I got a soundtrack here, which I want to show off. So I wanted to show those two off first: the soundtrack and the Blu-ray. So let's get started. So to start with the soundtrack, the original soundtrack for Aladdin. Of course, you probably know Aladdin for the soundtrack. Wonderful music by Alan Menken. Tim Rice and the late Howard Ashman. Aladdin is still a classic to this day, and I'm very happy to get the soundtrack. This was released alongside the films released around 1992. Contains pretty much all the entirety of the score and the musical numbers. And here is the disc, pretty typical CD. And the inside, if I can grab it, of course, it's the lyrics to all the songs. Along with some artwork of the characters of Aladdin, of course, Aladdin and Jasmine. But yeah, this is one of now a collection of movies of movie soundtracks. This, The Lion King, of course, the musical, Shrek 1 and 2, Sister Act. Let me see, Good Morning Vietnam. Well, yeah, that's the soundtrack to Aladdin. Very happy to own it. And now it's gone to the only Blu-ray I gotten, A Bug's Life. If you remember, I owned a copy of A Bug's Life in DVD packaging. It was part of the Disney Pixar Classics. However, sadly, that copy wasn't working right. So, luckily, I was able to find a regular Blu-ray case copy. Now, the movie came out on Blu-ray in 2009, a whole 10 years after it came out on home video. This here is a later print under, which is a Disney DVD, Blu-ray DVD combo pack. It originally came, I believe it also came in a Blu-ray DVD combo pack, but it also came out in a standard Blu-ray and digital copy pack. Yeah, this is a great set. Now, Bug's Life as a whole is wonderful. It may be a bit of a downgrade compared to Toy Story with its liar reveal story, and some of the jokes kind of fall flat a bit, but its charm and its, the animation is really impressive for its time. It's a big improvement when compared to Toy Story. What's notable here is that Pixar ported over pretty much all the Blu-ray, like all the bonus features from its 2-disc counterparts, as well as some new ones like the first draft and animated sequence, an intro by the infamous John Lasseter, a filmmakers roundtable. Even came with a bonus short, The Grasshopper and the Ants from the Silly Symphonies, which is cute. Anyway, here is the Blu-ray and the DVD. As you may see, the DVD is the original, the 2003 collector's edition print. So it would contain both the widescreen version and the fully reframed full screen version. So, but yeah, Bug's Life. Wonderful Blu-ray. Alright, let's get on to the DVDs next. This is the only DreamWorks film I have, and this is one I already own, but it's a original print, Flushed Away. This is DreamWorks and Armin's last film together. The DVD came out in early 2007. What's notable here is that this is the full screen version. If you know, I own a 2018 Universal reprint, which is, of course, in widescreen, but I always wanted to watch the film in full screen, and so here we are. That, I did want to get myself an original copy again. I love the artwork they use here, because the family, the family film classics packaging. The character in the front of the case, it looks awful. And sometimes, like Flushed Away, the characters look fine when they move, but you just have a still image of them like this, like fully, like in front of the case. Like, no. Of course, as it is a Paramount release by that time, since DreamWorks films are being distributed by Paramount Pictures, there's no artwork. Alright, now we're getting on to, well, speaking of Paramount, this is also another one I have with Paramount. Beavis and Butt-Head Do America. Their first full-length movie. Of course, we now have the follow-up film, Beavis and Butt-Head Do the Universe. I'm planning on watching that soon. It looks wonderful. Beavis and Butt-Head is stupid fun. Of course, it was created by Mike Judge, who will later do King of the Hill, well known for the film Office Space. This was released back in 1996. The DVD here is a 1999 release, so it's an early release for Paramount. As a result, there's no artwork. Well, sort of. It's definitely that more minimalistic design. But yeah, Beavis and Butt-Head Do America. It's a great movie. The rest are actually from Disney. Two of them are from Jim Henson Video, though, of course, now the Muppets are now owned by Disney. So, let's start off with this one. Pollyanna, as part of the Walt Disney Collection. This initially would come out in the early 2000s. The Walt Disney Collection is a collection of live-action classics in 2-disc sets. Mine is a later print with smaller packaging. Of course, it's a Disney Movie Club or Disney Movie Rewards participating title. But the discs inside it are their originals. So I saw Pollyanna for the first time, and it's a really good movie. And it seems to be a pretty good set, too, as you may see. Alright, let's rip this open, shall we? Let me grab something. Of course, Pollyanna was released back in 1961, I believe. And it starred Haley Mills, the Disneyite. Alright, opening this up. Yep, it contains the original discs. So that means it's in full color, which is great. So, disc 1 and disc 2. Of course, a Disney Movie Rewards code. But yeah, Pollyanna. The next one here. Escape to Witch Mountain, the special edition. I believe this film came out in the late... I think it was 1976, I believe, 1977. I haven't seen this film in ages, so I can't really say nothing. This DVD came out in 2003, and you could say it's a Walt Disney collection, because, here's the thing. When you open the menu, it contains 2 settings, the film and the vault, and it would go to the Walt Disney collection menu. And it actually has a decent amount of bonus features, for a single disc. Even comes with a bonus short, Pluto's Dream House. Anyway, here is the disc. It's also THX certified, which is nice. Of course, it has the insert. And the last of the DVDs I have, Mary Poppins, the 40th Anniversary Edition. This was released back in 2004. The film itself came out in 1964. And as you know, I already own it on VHS. I own it on Blu-ray, but I always wanted to get a middle ground release, and very happy to find this version. There is another 2-disc release from 2009 celebrating its 45th anniversary edition, though I'm not sure if it's different between these two, this and the 2009 release. But for what this has, it's a really nice set. Of course, it's restored very well. Has a good amount of bonus features. Of course, it contains the patented Disney Enhanced Home Theater Mix, which I believe they stopped using that since, 2012, 2013. Even at Mary Poppins, even all these years later, it's still a wonderful film to watch. Anyway, here is disc 1 and disc 2. Some of my favorite discs are 2. It's very good. Of course, we got the DVD guide. Talks about the bonus short film, The Cat That Looked At a King. made exclusively for this release. I believe it was later ported to the Blu-ray. I haven't went through the bonus features like really deep into it yet. Of course, up there we got Julie Andrews, Dick Van Dyke, and Richard Sherman, which I believe is still around because I know his brother Robert passed away in 2014, but I don't know about Richard. I believe he's still around because I remember watching that Disney Archives featurette on Disney Plus, and he was still around by that time. Recommend you watch that. I think it's called Deep into the Disney Archives. It was part D23, and it starred Disney legend Don Hahn. But either way, yeah, that's Mary Poppins, the 40th anniversary edition, and the last three I have are VHSs. This one's actually the one I'm pretty happy to have. Well, all three pretty much, but this one I'm pretty surprised to find. Pirates of the Caribbean: The Curse of the Black Pearl. Yes, this had a DVD release. Well, DVD release. Am I an idiot? Yes, I am. It had a VHS release. I mean, VHS was still around via 2003, but you're just better off getting the DVD version. But either way, this is kind of its own thing. You see, the film uses an overscanned widescreen edition. If you remember, for the technical buffs, Pirates of the Caribbean was shot on 35mm film, one of the last to do so. This uses an overscanned widescreen print. I believe it's in 1.66:1, which is still decent to watch, though. You're just better off buying it on DVD, Blu-ray. Not so much for 4K. Don't watch it on 4K. The print on that one is not good. The film itself is, of course, really good. It's a classic adventure movie from Disney. Of course, it was one of the rare successes the company had in the 2000s, considering they were losing a lot of money at that time. With the parks, with the releases of Treasure Planet, Brother Bear, Home on the Range, the poor management of the late Michael Eisner. Anyway, here's the tape. Pretty typical mid-2000s Disney label at the time. The print date is November 4th, 2003. I believe it was released a day after Finding Nemo came out on home video. And the last two tapes are from Jim Henson Video. We're going to go in order when they initially released. Here we have The Great Muppet Caper. This is the follow-up film to 1979's The Muppet Movie. This release was from 1993. This was around the time when Disney and Jim Henson Productions was merging together. Of course, this came out 30 years after Jim Henson's death from bacterial pneumonia. But at the time, he still had the rights to the Muppet films. It wouldn't be until, I believe, 2004 when they bought out the Muppet brand. But yeah, this tape was from 1993. Notable for its green case, similar to the original VHSs of How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the live-action film. Plus, I love the artwork they use here. I always love these designs of the Muppets. 2D animation right here. I mean, we did kind of get it with Muppet Babies, where that was done by both Toei and later ACOM of Korea. But this design here, I believe it was done by something Tustrum. Ted Tustrum? I forgot his name, but he did a lot of legendary theatrical posters. He did the theatrical poster for the Muppet movie, and I believe he did so for this one. But as for the film itself, it's really good. It's a wonderful bank heist. Here is the tape. Of course, mine is a later print from June 13th, 1995. And the last movie I got today, Jim Henson's The Dark Crystal. This was one movie I've been wanting to get on VHS. I mean, it is available on VHS, also from HBO, through an EMI home video, but there's also the one from Columbia Pictures, who still owns the rights. Well, that and Sony. But this was back when Disney had the rights to The Dark Crystal for its home video release. I did see the film. It is interesting. It's definitely not the greatest, but its puppetry and its design definitely makes it worth it. It's definitely eye candy. The film came out back in 1982, and while it did receive mixed reviews, it still was profitable. And here we have the tape. Printed July 5th, 1994. And as for what's on it, it only contains an ad for The Nightmare Before Christmas's home media release, which I believe came out later in the summer of 1994. It also gave me a little business reply card, which is cute. But yeah, I'm very happy to own the Dark Crystal. And so that does it for today's update. Hope you guys enjoyed it hope you guys enjoyed it, excuse me. I hope you guys will like, comment, and subscribe, and check out my social media. Until then, I hope you guys would continue on and stay safe. Hopefully there is a upcoming video I'm doing about another collection of tapes. But I'm not gonna tell you though. It's a secret. But until then, see ya.